There will be a method in the madness. I was recording this Ik Bagiya in the lower studio where Rahman himself was present. It's the sound, it's the rendition, it's the character that the sound has. There are some songs, where all aspects, they just come in and fit in like a jigsaw puzzle. When a composer is going to sing for another composer, he should keep your music composer in your house and go only as a singer.
Tracking milestones of an incredible journey spanning 30 years. Rahman Music Sheets. Hi friends, how about finding a top take? A wow factor in this episode. Do watch it till the end to grab this harmonic moment of the day. From Bombay in 1995 to Ponniyin Selvan 2 in 2023, Shankar Mahadevan and Rahman came together for many films. But Sangamam, released in 1999, holds a special place in the career of Shankar Mahadevan. According to Shankar, it is because of this film that his voice is heard in Tamil households across the globe.
I completely, I owe it to him because of this one song which I sang, which really reached out. It grabbed the attention when people heard the song. And it's all thanks to Rahman because there's a song called Varaga Nadi Kare Oram from the film Sangamam, and people just loved the song. And there are some songs, where all aspects, they just come in and fit in like a jigsaw puzzle. And that's what happened to that song too. The melody is just beautiful. The way it sounds is very beautiful. The lyrics by Vairamuthu sir is amazing, and the arrangement and everything, the way it was rendered, the way it was received by the Tamil speaking people all over the world. I really, mean it when I say that his contribution to my life of South Indian music is incredible.
5 years before Sangamam, Kadhalan was released in 1994, the second collaboration between director Shankar and A.R. Rahman. Its songs made Prabhudeva an overnight sensation across India. The film was dubbed in Hindi, and Shankar Mahadevan sang the iconic song Urvasi in Hindi. Almost 3 decades later, Urvasi remains as popular as ever. Take it easy. The mantra it offered continues to inspire art filmmakers even today.
Download now.
Well, it was a very simple thing. It was just a dubbing. I mean, the song had already become popular in Tamil, and they were looking at somebody to dub it in Hindi. And we had just done the Bombay background, so that kind of, there was a kind of knowing each other situation was there. And then he said, "Oh, why don't you come to Chennai, because I am dubbing the Hindi version of that." So, and I went there, and we just, there was a guy called Noel James who used to work with him, me, Noel, and the whole gang. We had fun, and we just finished dubbing. It was a very simple dubbing experience. In half an hour, we finished the song. Yeah.
And so Urvasi became such a rage even with the Hindi-speaking audience.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's the sound, it's the rendition, it's the character that the song has, and of course the icing on the cake is Prabhudeva, the way he is danced, and it's funky, These songs, the beauty of these songs of Rahman, they will never get dated. Even today, after you hear the most modern song, the recent hit, whatever, and then when you play an Urvasi, people still scream, because just that bass, you don't need anything else. Just dun 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 dun. This is the killer. This is the killer. It ends there.
Minsara Kanavu, released in 1997. Hariharan and Sadhna Sargam sang one of its most popular songs, Vendilave. For its choreography, Prabhudeva received the National Award. Rahman chose Shankar Mahadevan to sing its sad version. Minsara Kanavu was released in Hindi as Sapne, and Shankar sang Ek Bagiya Mein.
See, you know, I used to go to this his studio, Panchatan, in which I'm sure it's still there. The energy of that studio is something that I'm sure everybody has spoken about Panchatan in, because the energy in that studio is really, really special. I mean, he's got a very fancy studio now, amazing equipment, amazing, but nothing, I'll be very honest to say that nothing to replicate the sanctity, it was like a dargah, it was like a mandir, it was like a religious place, it was like the energy, you could feel that God is there in that place, you know. And Rahman's recording used to be there would be a method in the madness. You had a small studio upstairs, one down, and one small little dubbing room there. Multiple things were continuously happening. So I still remember, you know, I was recording this Ik Bagiya in the lower studio where Rahman himself was present. And then there was this Vendilave song, a smaller version, a sadder version for the film. So, you know, he's always like that. He said, hey, you're free, there's one more song, can you dub that also and go? So I just go up and I, you know, go to the top floor and I dub over there. The Vendilave song happened that way. It is such a beautiful melody. Of course, my brother Hariharan has rendered it so beautiful, and Sadhna Sargam. And I got to sing the sad version. I really, really enjoyed singing that. And it's such an amazing melody. Yeah.
Sir, Vendilave and Ik Bagiya Mein are so different in their moods. And he asked you to sing both the songs, and that too one after the other. It also shows the trust that he has in you.
Yeah, that I'm blessed, really. And you know, he's such a composer, he can extract anything out of any person. And I guess, you know, it's his magic that really worked.
May I request you sing either of these songs? Maybe a few lines?
Yeah, of course. I don't remember the lyrics of Vendilave here. Vendilave. Let me just, 1 minute. Vendilave, Vendilave, Vennai Thandi Varuvaya, Vilayada Jyoti Thevai, Vendilave, Vendilave. Vendilave, Vendilave, Ennai pola theyade, unnodum kaadal noya.
Yen Swasakatri was released in 1999. Rahman recreated one of its songs for Pukar, the first film in the new millennium. It was the first collaboration between Rahman and Boni Kapoor. Sung by Shankar Mahadevan and Kavita Krishnamurthy, the song acquired a cult status over the decades.
So before we talk about Sera Sera, I want to show you what Kavita Krishnamurthy ji had to say about this song.
I did Sera, 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 then with the variation, Sera, 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 all the variations. All the variations, he would allow me to do it. And then he used it in different points of the song. And I just loved the song. It was so grand. It was such a grand song. And then later on, I think Shankar ji sang it later on. I was amazed because his range was so high. all those things he was doing. It was extremely, extremely high. So it was beautiful. And I was wondering how I will do my low lines. I was amazed because with Rahmanji, it got used to singing everything high. And suddenly I'm in this song, I'm doing Pyar Zindagi, Pyar Bandagi, Pyar Jisne Paya Hai, all niche. I said, ये क्या हो गया? आज मैं नीचे गा रही हूँ. Then I realized, अच्छा ये शंकर आए हैं, इनको तो ऊपर गवाएंगे. वही हुआ, मैं नीचे और वो ऊपर. मतलब नॉर्मली इंडस्ट्री में पहले ज़माने में क्या होता था, लड़कियों को ऊंचा लाइन देते थे, रफ़ी साहब सब नीचे, मतलब मीडियम, लता जी को ऊपर वाली लाइंस मिल जाती थी. पर यहाँ तो उल्टा था कि मैं नीचे गा रही हूँ और शंकर जी ऊपर गा रहे हैं. But बहुत मज़ा आया.
Firstly, you know, I remember even Javed ji was there. I think Javed Akhtar sir only wrote the lyrics of this song, and he was also there. We were all hunting together for a hook line. You know, da 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 da. So many options came, and then finally this idea of K Sera Sera came, and it sounded pretty, you know, catchy and hooky. So we did that, and then yeah, that was an interesting part where the female was singing the lower part, and it was really high, and you know, somehow I managed that. And the last bit where, you know, when they said that, you know, I asked who's the cast, they said Prabhu Deva. So they let that last part, you know, the groove just goes on, and I just improvised on it using, you know, just the scatting kind of a thing, which of course, you know, Prabhu Deva has danced to it. So that part was very interesting, and I just went on jamming on it. You know, the rhythm was on, and I was just singing, and Rahman has kept the whole thing in the song. I thought that he'll use a bit of, you know, 4 bars, 8 bars. He's kept the whole thing. And one thing I remember about K Sera Sera is, you know, the song starts on a very high note. Najawano, Badmano. And when we used to do the Rahman concerts in America, one of the concerts was, my voice had gone completely. It had gone completely. It was like this. It was almost like this. And I went and told during soundcheck, say, no, I don't think I can sing today because my voice is. And the concert, my entry used to start with this line. Najawano, Badmano, somewhere up there. And to start your evening with that thing, with a bad voice, is a bad idea. I knew that. I remember that time Rahman's mother was also there. And the entire unit, Chitra ji, Kavita ji, Balu sir, all these people, we were all together, and they were all praying for me. I still remember they were all praying for me. I remember Rahman's mother she used to have that, you know, beads kind of thing, and she was chanting and praying so that, you know, my voice becomes okay. Chitra ji gave me a kind of a powder which is like a, you know, it soothes your voice and it opens up, and it was next to impossible, but there was some intervention from above. I went on stage and I just hit Najawano, and it just worked.
Najawano, Badmano.
It was not 100%, but I could manage that concert, which was an impossibility.
Kabhi kisi se na pyar karna.
It was just the prayers of everybody, you know, Rahman's confidence, his mother's prayers, so this K Sera Sera I can never forget. It was, oof.
Come on, Aaron, let's see some hands over here, come on.
And my friend Hari and me, we are like, you know, we are brothers actually. The minute I sang Najawano, he got so nervous, he ran inside. He didn't want to hear the rest of the song. He didn't want to know what happens. You know, he ran inside and he was in his green room just wondering what is happening, how this guy is managing. But somehow I managed.
The song was picturized on Mr. Prabhudeva and Madhuri Dixit ji. Do you think the choreography and their dance took this song to another level altogether?
I told you that I asked who's it picturized on, Prabhudeva and Madhuri Dixit, and the last dance, that's why I did that whole scatting in the end, and obviously, I mean, they took it to another level, obviously. I mean, who better than Prabhudeva?
By the time Shankar Mahadevan recorded for Pukar, the team Shankar Ehsaan Loy had already established itself as composers, with their unique brand of infectious dynamism representing modern India.
When a composer goes to sing another composer's song, what are the dynamics? How did it work between you and Mr. Rahman?
See, when a composer is going to sing for another composer, he should be very clear about what his role is going to be when he enters into a studio, depending upon the music director's sensibility. Some music directors are very particular about the kind of inflections that they have composed, and the singer is expected to sing what the composer has composed. So you should keep your music composer in your house and go only as a singer. But when I go and sing with a composer like Rahman, as I told you, it's an open canvas, anything is welcome for him, and he's completely encouraging, and I'm sure that he respects the fact that I'm also a composer. So he's just like how I do it. He's always looking for a contributor. He's not only looking for a singer. So when a person like me goes there, he knows that this guy can add value to something based on his own personality. So I bring in my composer's shoes also when I'm singing for Rahman, and I ask him for suggestions. Can I do it this way? Can I do it that way? And always with Rahman, it's a yes, and of course, and very encouraging, very, very positive, and more often, he keeps the improvised versions in the final song.
In our next episode, the story of one night when Shankar Mahadevan sang 3 songs. With Untold Stories, he will be back. Stay with us.
The entire unit, Chitra ji, Kavita ji, Balu sir, I still remember they were all paying for me. I remember Rahman's mother she used to have that, beads kind of thing, and she was chanting and praying so that, my voice becomes okay. Chitra ji gave me a kind of a powder which is like it soothes your voice and it opens up, and it was next to impossible, but there was some intervention from above. I went on stage and I just hit Najavaram, and it just worked.
Do you agree that this indeed was the moment of the day? Is your choice different? Whatever your mind says, write it in the comments section below. We will be waiting. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell icon and stay entertained.